Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's finally time to do the big unveiling of the sequel, otherwise known as the Michael Myers Room. This is part one. All around me, this is Night Vision HQ. This is where the magic happens, all the filming, all the editing there. Most of the editing happens in bed on the laptop actually, but sometimes I do it in here. But everything was in this room and it was getting a little bit crammed. I don't have any kids to worry about space, so I was able to choose another room in the house and think, you know what? I need another room for the collection. This is what I do, this is what I love, so it made sense to me. And I hope you guys enjoy this first look at the Michael Myers room. Everything's in there and it's taken about 2 weeks to get everything set up, painting the room, getting the shelves up, varnishing the shelves, putting everything in the room, spreading it out, tweaking things, turning things, switching things around, trying to get it looking perfect. And about 98% there. I was waiting for one last thing to be delivered, which was the original artwork for the Halloween poster with the pumpkin and the knife. Classic poster, but I was waiting for a really high quality one to arrive. It hasn't turned up yet. It's a bank holiday weekend, so by the time Tuesday rolls around, I really can't wait that long to show you the new room. So maybe I'll do an updated video later on. You're going to see loads of videos in this new room anyway. So it's not 100% finished right now, waiting for that final poster, but soon that will be there and I'll figure out where to put it in the room. But I was debating with myself whether or not to make it a Batman room or a Michael Myers room. There's not too much Batman-wise on the horizon that interests me. We've got the new Robert Pattinson movie, but that doesn't interest me. If it turns out to be good, fair enough. But right now, I couldn't give a flying fart. So Michael Myers-wise, however, there is a lot of stuff on the horizon. You know, the next couple of years, it's going to get pretty hectic with Michael Myers. I mean, 2018 film did really well. I loved it. And I thought James Jude Courtney was fantastic. The Mask by Christopher Nelson, amazing. David Gordon Green did a pretty damn good job directing it. It was a great looking movie. You know, it's not perfect, like nothing is really, but for the most part, I was very happy with the 2018 film. So we got Halloween Kills hopefully coming out this October. We're still in the midst of the COVID-19 situation, so we're not 100% sure. Hasn't been confirmed, I don't think, that we're actually getting Halloween Kills in a cinema in time for the original release date in October. Maybe it will go to streaming services. I don't know. There's a whole big debate about that they're not going to do that with Halloween because it's too big a movie, but they don't want to lose out on that money in the cinema. So maybe it'll get delayed at the time we're filming this. We don't know. But we've also got Halloween Ends the year after, or maybe the year after that now, because if it does get delayed by a year, then that's what's going to happen. We'll be looking at Halloween Ends in 2022 rather than 2021. So you got to think about the fact that we're getting lots of NECA stuff is going to be coming out. We've got new retro cloth figures, new Ultimate 7-inch figures from NECA, new quarter scale figures from NECA from Halloween Kills and Ends, plus the life-size masks from Trick or Treat Studios that will probably get, I don't know how many versions from Halloween Kills. He's going to get more bashed up as the film goes on, surely. So we're probably looking at about 2 different versions of the mask from the Halloween Kills film, and maybe another 2 or 3 possible masks from Halloween Ends. I'll be getting them all done by Simon Brandolino as usual. Can't wait for that. The future is bright and kind of stabby and bloody, but the future is exciting when it comes to Michael Myers and the fans out there. And don't forget as well, we've got Trick or Treat Studios about to drop all of their officially licensed 1/6 scale Myers figures, man, for the first time, not ever, because Sideshow did some back in the day, and you know, 3-0 bashed out a Halloween 6 Curse of Michael Myers, I think it was. So it's not the first time we've had official Michael Myers figures in 1/6 scale, but Trick or Treat Studios are going to be bringing it, man. They're doing all the ones that people want. So it made sense to make the new room a Michael Myers room because, like I say, there's a lot of stuff coming and I'm going to be getting it hopefully. So yeah, make it a Michael Myers room. So drop a like on the video, guys. Share it with your Michael Myers buddies, and I hope you enjoy it. It's exciting to show this to you for the first time, and I'm all pumped up. And I hope you like it. Drop a like on the video, share your comments below so I can read them. Good to hear from you. I hope you're all doing well. All right, get pumped up. It's time. Let's do this. Let's show you the Michael Myers room. So you want to have a quick look around, see if you're not familiar with the channel. So make sure you subscribe and check out all the reviews. Every figure you see has its own series of videos. Not just one video, a series of videos. Unboxings, reviews, pose sessions, comparisons, true light reviews, outdoors in the natural light, tips, modifications. You know how I do it. All right, folks. This is it. World premiere. The Michael Myers room. Yes. There we go. All right, so you may notice, those of you that are familiar with the figure photography session videos and stuff like that, you might recognize that framed poster as a picture that I took of the 1/6 scale figure, the Perfect 78. And there he is right there. And there he is in a poster. And he is standing in the diorama by Glenn Page at Cult Creations, which is down there. So there's a lot to look at. There is front and center, that is the poster I had printed of one of my 2018 masks. To be precise, it's this one here. And that's the Trick or Treat Studios mask that was reworked by Simon Brandolino on Instagram. New hair, new paint job, absolutely awesome work. But really, really proud to have, you know, a photograph that I took turned into a poster. It's kind of a centerpiece of the room now. That reflection from the window there, you're getting a fair bit of that, but you get the gist. It's a pretty badass poster, and it's got my name on it too. I did that, so. Oh yeah, we got Big Mikey. There's the life-size Myers with an amazing trick-or-treat mask, again reworked by Simon. Incredible paint job on this, amazing hair. I think it did a pretty good job with those horns. That's another thing I've been spending time. Everything had to be perfect in here, guys, before I showed it to you. Now, unfortunately, there's still a poster to go here, and there's the frame and everything ready to go. And this whole wall here needs more posters as well. We've got one up there, but there's still lots of space for more Myers stuff, which brings me to my next point. Thank you to those of you out there. I've had quite a few people, you know, in the build up to me showing you this room. A few members out there in the community have got in touch and said, look, I've got some old Michael Myers stuff just laying around the house. If you want it for the collection room, and I'll send it your way. And I've got some cool little bits and pieces. It could be anything, man. Like, to all the Michael Myers or all the collectors fans out there, if you do have any old like postcards or trading cards or anything, stickers, anything you got Michael Myers related, Halloween related, that you may not give a, you know, you don't really care about having anymore, then it could go to a good home here. So get in touch with me on Facebook or Instagram at DeanKnight333 if you got any old Halloween junk lying around, and I can give it a good home here in the Myers room. But there is some of the NECA stuff. Obviously there's plenty of room there for future releases from the company, but lots of 1/6 scale weaponry down here. So finally have somewhere to put all the knives and t-shirts. There's still actually a few t-shirts that need to come in here. I'm just not too sure where to put them right now. There's at least another 3 t-shirts that need to find a home, so they may end up going on the wall as well. There is another 2018 Halloween mask. That one was done by Mike in Germany, and very fond of that one. It's, you know, it's interesting because they're both from the same movie, but both very, very, very different looking. So I like to think of this one as kind of like the mask that Nick Castle wore for his scene in the 2018 film, because in that famous picture now of him holding up the mask in daylight, you can really zoom in and examine it, and this one kind of reminds me of that one. Whereas Simon's mask here, at least the version that I've got here, Simon does all the versions, the hero, the stunt mask, the master copy, all that stuff. This is actually based on Christopher Nelson's personal copy of the stunt mask, I believe. Got some great vinyl here as well. Nick gave me this one. It's very, very cool. Got a little record player down there if I ever feel like playing it. Everything's set up and ready to go. But love that t-shirt over here. I'd love that as a poster, but that'll do for now. I love that image. And we've got an awesome poster here. That was by, well, from Glenn Page. So hey Glenn, if you're watching, got a nice little spot there for that framed bit of art. Very, very cool. And all the custom figures on the shelves. You got all the Rob Zombie stuff on one shelf, and then it gets a bit mixed up because I didn't want to have just one shelf for each film. So this could have been all 2018 stuff. I decided to mix it up a little bit. So you've got some 2018 figures, some 1978 figures, but spent a long time, guys. Like, there was a time years ago when I didn't have any Michael Myers figures. I guess I had the Sideshow original one in 1/6 scale, which I do still have, but it's pretty wacky looking. So I haven't decided to put him on display just yet. But there was a time when I didn't think I'd have even one of these, and it's just crazy how time flies. And thanks to just watching a bunch of YouTube videos and just, you know, just over time starting to learn, you know, who you go to for head sculpts, coveralls, knives, all that good stuff. You just pick it up as you become more obsessed with the incredible hobby that's out there. So here is the quarter scale custom 1978 Michael Myers. I won't go through what everything is because I've already done that so many times on this channel. Most of you who are familiar with the content I put out will already know what a lot of this stuff is and who it's by. But if you are interested, you can definitely find those videos on the channel. It's already been covered. Really happy with how this 2018 custom figure is looking. We got him with his fingers blown off, a really gory hammer. And that was the Legio 7 workshop head sculpt, the first one that I got. And really happy with how he looks. He's just a freaky looking Myers with the Dean Knight exclusive coveralls made by Tennille. Only 3 sets of those available in the world. I have 2 of them. And there is my other 2018 custom figure. That is the second version by Legio 7 Workshop. I haired this and painted it myself, and really proud of how he turned out. Awesome stuff. Now I've been trying to make sure that I put all the certificates with the right figure, and wanted to have them on display at last. So these are the official kind of laminated certificates from Tennille. And now Tennille's Customs, they're the guys who are doing the actual Trick or Treat Studios outfits. So as I've said on the channel, it's cool to see this because it's like a little preview of what you're going to be getting from Trick or Treat Studios. So Tennille does really good work, and Dave from Tennille's Customs does incredible knife work as well. Then we've got the Ultimate Halloween 2 Michael Myers figure, which I hope to pick up a second one at some point so I can display him without the blood tears head sculpt. And it's an awesome piece, man. Really cool figure. Coming back over here, we've got some magazines, and some awesome people in the community were kind enough to send some of these along. I actually managed to track that one down randomly at a local shop, so grab that one while I could. And I believe I ordered that one online. There is the Ultimate Michael Myers by NECA that was repainted by me, and I got rid of the kind of joints on the leg sections there, and he's holding a real metal knife by Shadow Fergo, and that is just an awesome little touch there. And there is the Relentless 78 by Peter McNally with the certificate of authenticity, number 2 of 11, otherwise known as Pharrell 27. There it is, the Relentless 78, and once I get myself one more pair of coveralls and a new body, I'll be putting that figure together. I do love that head sculpt. And above here we have a Halloween 2 poster, because I always liked that image there. It was very gritty and satisfying. Oh, and then we've got Bob. Not the builder, it's Michael Myers with a ghost sheet. Well, looking pretty freaky. And then we have a pumpkin. And thanks to Mark and Irene for the awesome bobblehead here. Absolutely badass. Just noticed this top needs a dust. That's not good. And then over here we have the NECA quarter scale 2018 Myers, and that I repainted and re-haired. Really happy with how he looks, and very happy with that pose. He has a hell of a presence on the shelf. And we have the awesome Puston. Sorry, I said Pustum instead of Custom. But yeah, Custom 2018 quarter scale pumpkin from John Pearson. Amazing work on that. There's the Christopher Nelson head and the hammer. But yeah, let's just hit that from a few angles. Really happy with how that's looking. Very satisfied with him. And then we have the Blackest Eyes. That is the Ones Customs Blackest Eyes version 2 head sculpt, or the Great White, because it reminds me of a great white shark. And he's got the super rare Tennille's Customs olive green coveralls, which a lot of people believe to be the accurate color from the 1978 original classic. But it's certainly nice to have these because they are super special, and the certificate of authenticity here. Another John Pearson pumpkin, just to round things off nicely. Nice little Halloween special edition there from a few years back. And there is the first custom Michael Myers figure I ever bought. It was expensive on eBay, and really didn't know much about this kind of game when I got into it. You know, at first I had to kind of learn a lot, and I may have paid a little bit more than I should have for this one, but I'm still absolutely in love with it. It's an absolutely unique piece, and this one is very unique because the full Boo-Face Myers from One's Custom is a lot more gritty and grimy and bloody than this version. For instance, this whole sleeve I believe is ripped off and exposing a really shredded looking arm. But I do kind of like this, not so much of the damaged version. I mean, he does have a lot of damage, that's for sure, but I do like this particular version. It's just enough for me. And that is a badass piece. And then we got this spot here for the funny little Mezco Toys Michael Myers, which is a really great piece. Quite posable as well. He's awesome. And we come down here to the Rob Zombie section, and this piece here is huge. This is the custom 2007 Tyler Mane Michael Myers, and it's just a beast. Basketball body, is about 13.5 inches tall, just as he should be, man. I mean, just look at this thing. Let me just let you see this from all the angles. Again, these are Tanila's Customs coveralls with the knife by Dave at Tanila's Customs, and I weathered these heavily myself. Lots of blood, lots of, you know, just blackwashing the coveralls, get it to look nice and grimy and old. But it's just a fantastic piece, standing on the floorboards. And we've got the certificates here, so that is awesome. I love the way Tanila shows a little example of all the materials used. Absolutely awesome stuff. And a really nice steelbook of the 2007 Halloween movie. Tried to put them in a very similar pose there, just so they would look well together. And we got this great little figure down here by NECA, and love having at least one of these figures set up with that orange mask. Then we have the Hobo from Halloween 2, which is an absolutely sick piece. This one was mostly done by C Creations, that's David Tucker, with the One's Customs head sculpt, and one of the most badass custom knives I've ever seen, and that is by Shadow Fergo. That is the hunting knife, real metal, really sharp, wooden handle, absolute beast. Then we've got the Nightmare Sequence Myers from the hospital scene at the beginning of Halloween 2, and an axe that I had to kind of put together myself, and more certificates for the One's Customs head and the C Creations clothing. More certificates over here as well, and more pumpkins by John Pearson. And that is the Rob Zombie section. And you've got the old and modified quarter scale 1978 Michael Myers figure by NECA. I completely resculpted the hair, which I do need to do again at some point, and repainted the mask, but that is still a great looking piece. And another copy on DVD beside him, and a poster, which was a gift. I love that one, still need to get it framed. And the Halloween figure from Free Zero, the box just covering up those sort of unsightly plugs. Not much I can do about those other than try to hide them. A big foam knife, replica of the 78 Lamson, and just some pumpkins. You got to have some pumpkins in a Michael Myers room, so there is plenty of that. More pumpkins there. So there's Laurie, the Ultimate NECA figure. She's fantastic. There's another 2018 Myers. There is the retro cloth version, which I have lying down because he looks a bit funky when he's standing up. But lying down like that, he looks pretty much perfect. So that's how I've got him at the moment. And there is the very first ever officially released Michael Myers figure from McFarlane. Another awesome member of the community sent me that. So you guys out there are incredible. My collection wouldn't be what it is today without all of you guys out there, man. Real talk. So let's just take another moment here to appreciate the amazing rework in here by Simon Brandolino. I love the hair, and getting the natural light coming through the window, so you're getting a pretty good, accurate representation of how amazing this mask really looks.
Just zoom in a touch, you can catch those details. Look at that. Come on now. Behave yourself, Simon. Look at that. Yeah. Halloween Kills, man. I can't wait to see what they get up to in that film. And especially, I mean, how's it going to look by the time Halloween Ends comes along? Eh? You know? I hope we don't get, you know, hair completely singed off, half the mask ripped away. We've already seen how that looked in the Rob Zombie sequel, and not a lot of people were a fan of seeing his face come through the mask. But, you know, for what it was, it made sense to me. I quite like it. And then over here, we have another 1978 Myers figure. Now, these are the other... Actually, I just realized that that's a coincidence. We got my two Dean Knight exclusive coveralls are side by side. Basically, they're both 1978 coveralls, but on this one, I just switched the pocket flap over to the other side to make it accurate and dyed those blue. And these were like a charcoal grey. So, between all the different versions of the coveralls I have, with the big debate between are they grey, are they green, are they blue, I've got it all covered in the collection, so got kind of one of each. And more Shadow Fergo knives. An awesome head sculpt there, which I did a little paint touch up on that one, made it nice and weathered. Spent some time messing around with the hair as well. Just styling it and trying to get the horns to flick out. I think I've got a pretty good look going on there. Nice steel book. That was for the 35-year anniversary. Another pumpkin by John Pearson. And that pumpkin there is the Beto Metalli original pumpkin. They're really hard to find these days. And then the big custom 78 there. It's an awesome piece. Absolutely amazing. Tanila's coveralls. One's custom head sculpt, rehaired by Yondu. And we've got the big quarter scale knife here by Shadow Fergo, and that thing is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Real sharp metal and wood quarter scale replica of the 78 Lamson. Truly awesome stuff. And then the Perfect 78. Got lots of bits and pieces around here. This was just a last minute chuck some bits together from spare parts and managed to bash together another 2018 Myers just the other night. So that's the 3-0 coveralls that have been heavily weathered. You've got the bullet hole, and you've got the Shadow Fergo knife there. And I just like the posture of him, kind of like he's walking forward. He's looking really good. Liking that one a lot. And you've got, as just seen in the reflection, you've got the Living Dolls Mikey there, holding up the Halloween sign. You've also got just all these postcards that came with the I think it was the 35-year anniversary version, or actually no, it was the is it this one? Yeah, that was the one that came with all these cards, and I love those. So it's nice that everything has somewhere to go, or some place to be displayed. I got these awesome enamel pins. Got them from Fright Rags. There's another one here. And my ticket from when I saw the 2018 film. And that's a really nice badge as well. That's like a metal enamel pin too. And some of Simon Brandolino's calling cards. And another Shadow Fergo knife in one of his beautiful display boxes. The Yunsel Coveralls certificate. The 1/6 Lanson knife by Distress Labs certificate. And that's the one that the Perfect 78 is holding. It's a little bit bigger than the other ones that I have, and I kind of like that. So the Distress Labs knife is the one the Perfect 78 is holding, and that's a big deal, man. So good work from Distress Labs. And that pumpkin there is the one that comes with this little Mezco figure here. It just happens to be 1/6 scale, so that works out nice. That is an awesome sticker, and that's what's on the front of that t-shirt there. There's another awesome t-shirt from Fright Rags. Really cool designs on these. And then we have the little 1/12 scale Michael Myers as well. He comes with some great stuff. Awesome figure there from Mezco Toys, that is. And then, of course, we have the big quarter scale Rob Zombie customized figure. put hair on him, repainted the mask. It's a great piece. This shelf needs revarnishing. I ran out of varnish, folks, so I'll have to come back and paint that shelf. There's still some stuff that needs a little bit of a tweak, but I really couldn't wait to show you the room, so I thought I'd get on with it. Here is a nice big close-up look at my life-size 78 Myers. Now this is tall, this mannequin. It's about 6'2", 6'3", and I always knew that Nick Castle was around 5'10", which is my height. And it's a nice feeling to know that the original Michael Myers, the one that started it all, the main deal, you know, the shape from 1978, is my height. So this is a very tall 1978 Michael Myers, which technically is not accurate, but it's just the way it worked out when I bought the mannequin. He's just over 6 foot, so very tall and imposing, but also absolutely awesome. Do love this mask. And you got the Big Mac coveralls, which I got on eBay. And very interesting. I always have to mention that they do kind of change color depending on what the camera, the further away it gets, the more blue they look. And then the closer you get, they kind of turn charcoal gray. It's weird. But yeah, the hair on this one by Simon is incredible. The weathering, absolutely awesome. And it's just really nice to have some of my photography blown up into a poster and framed in this room. It's nice. It's a nice little touch. Was thinking about maybe signing in the bottom corner here, so that when I do pop my clobs, when I do shift on to the next realm, someone can just grab this and have it. We'll see what happens, folks. But yeah, let me just zoom out here. So that is it. That is the Michael Myers room as it's currently looking. I think I've touched on everything that's in here, and I'm really proud of it. And it's early days. I'm sure the room will be tweaked a fair bit more as time goes on. Still waiting for that one last poster, but still undecided as to where it's going to go. There is a vinyl here as well that is very cool, of that rain effect on there. Look at that. It is absolutely awesome. Wow, I've never actually seen it do that before, to be honest with you. I didn't realize it did do that. That is absolutely amazing. Yeah, that's I believe the 40-year anniversary vinyl release. Beautiful inside here, the scene with Welcome to Haddonfield, and on the back you can see the shape looking through the window as it's raining. So just in case you're curious about what this version has on it, it's the usual thing, I think. But just in case you want to pause it and have a look, that's what you got. But yeah, very nice to have that. That is a really, really cool effect. I've just never seen it do that before. It's beautiful. So I've just got to decide with the remaining 3 Halloween t-shirts. I was going to put one there underneath the poster, but I think I'll put the big poster that's on the way underneath that one, and then have some t-shirts on the wall here. But there's going to be plenty of stuff coming up over the next few years for this room. So like I said, it is early days. There's still quite a bit of space behind these figures above them. I might try and track myself down some Michael Myers comics, because I know they are out there. But that is it, folks, for now. I hope you've enjoyed this first look at the new Myers room. And it's just a beautiful thing. I'm really, really happy with this, and can't wait to hear from you guys, see what you think of it, and I look forward to showing you more of it in the future. But for now, I'll leave you be, and I hope you have a good weekend, good bank holiday weekend. Hope you get some nice movie watching, some game playing. Me myself, I'm currently playing Maneater on PlayStation 4 Pro, the shark game. Enjoying that very much, so I'm going to get back to munching on humans. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.